With Deadpool and Wolverine turning into the movie event of the summer, it's hard to believe anyone would ever refuse the chance to join the team. This movie was jam-packed with cameos. Everywhere you turned, there was a new celebrity in a supersuit, and I'm not complaining one bit, but somehow, someway, there could have been even more. In D&W, Juggernaut was played by Aaron Reed, but we almost had an OG X-Men step into those shoes again, or I guess pull on the helmet. X-Men The Last Stand actor Vinnie Jones was asked to reprise the role of Juggernaut for Deadpool and Wolverine, but he ended up declining due to the film not having the budget to get him back in the suit. The actor has spoken publicly many times about his negative experience working on the 2006 X-Men film. To summarize, he originally agreed to do the movie under one director, but then that person left the film. The new director ended up cutting Juggernaut's role down considerably, much to the actor's disappointment. Since that negative experience, the actor says he has completely let the role go. When the director of Deadpool and Wolverine called him up about the possibility of returning, Jones was open to the idea for the right price. He shared that being Juggernaut does take a toll physically and mentally, and the suit is just really hard to exist in. Ultimately, the price wasn't right and no deal was struck. The actor has claimed that Deadpool is one of his favorite movies, but even that wasn't enough to get him back. Juggernaut ended up still making it into the movie, since having his character there was pretty important to the plot. Aaron Reed did a great job taking on the role. Taylor Swift was rumored to be in the movie, but she must have turned the offer down. But who can blame her? She has a lot going on in her own life. A world tour, multiple album releases, she just doesn't have the time. Still, it would have been fun to see Swift somewhere, especially since she's so close to the Reynolds Lively family. There might be hope for the future, thanks to an interesting comment made by Reynolds during the D&W press tour. Now this actually might come as a shock, so I hope you're sitting down. Ryan said in an interview with E! News that he believes that if he were to ever retire as Deadpool, Taylor would do a great job in the role since she's one of the funniest people he's ever met. The actor claims that he has always said Taylor would be a great choice because her humor is a superpower that she doesn't show the public very often. We all thought Taylor would be joining the MCU as Dazzler. Who could have guessed that Deadpool might really be the route she's going to take? I do support this decision, let me be very clear, I'm a huge Swiftie, so of course I do, but I really do just want to see what it would look like with Taylor as Deadpool. We already know she wears a suit well, since she borrowed one of Ryan's for her 2016 Halloween costume. Let us know in the comments which celebrity or hero you would have added to the mix. If it felt like something was missing though from this third movie, it might have been because TJ Miller wasn't there. The actor has played Weasel in the two previous films, and Weasel is no small role, not exactly like super consequential to the plot all the time, but you know, he's there. The character is powerless and he was considered one of Wade's close friends, but a lot can happen in 6 years, leading to someone not being invited to the Deadpool birthday party. Of course, much of that happened off camera. TJ Miller has famously said he would never work with Reynolds again due to Reynolds' on-set behavior. In an interview on the Adam Carolla show, Miller said, "As the character, he was horrifically mean to me as if I'm Weasel." He also claimed that working on the Deadpool movies changed him and he wouldn't work with Ryan again. However, later Miller backtracked on those statements, saying that it was all a misunderstanding and he and Reynolds patched things up. But there were other factors that led to the actor's absence from D&W. He had been accused of inappropriate behavior towards women in 2017. He was allegedly difficult to work with on other sets like Silicon Valley, leading to his firing from that show too, and in 2018, he famously called LaGuardia Airport to report a fake threat to public safety, so there were a lot of reasons why Weasel was absent from D3. Even if an actor agrees to do a cameo, it seems like they might not even make it in the movie. Rob McElhenney learned that the hard way after flying 6,000 miles, putting on a full hero suit, and doing the actual filming, and then he didn't make it. You might recognize Rob from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and hopefully soon from his cameo as what appears to be maybe like a TVA Wolverine. The actor shared a photo to his social medias of him dressed in a TVA suit with Wolverine's claws. It's unclear if the claws are like Jackman's costume piece that Rob stole, or if there was a TVA Wolverine variant. And we won't know until the cameo gets put in the movie, which actually could happen. Ryan Reynolds responded to Rob's tweet saying that he would look into his missing cameo immediately. Likely the cameo would get it put into like an extended re-release for the theaters if they do one, or or when it goes to streaming, they'd fit it in. Hopefully they do figure out a way to release it because now I'm very curious. I'm also curious about why Ryan Reynolds' mini-me, Walker Scobell, wasn't in the movie. Obviously, he couldn't be Kidpool as rumored since Ryan's own child was cast in the role, but still, in all those Deadpools, there wasn't a suit laying around for Walker. Despite not being in the film, Walker still turned up to the premiere to support. Ryan and Walker, they played the younger and older version of Adam Reed in The Adam Project. That film was also directed by the man who directed Deadpool and Wolverine, which was another reason people thought Walker would for sure be in this movie. There was also the fact that Walker is now playing Percy Jackson, you know, till he's 90. He's trained in stunt work and being the hero, so why not pull him into the world of Deadpool? There could have been like scheduling conflicts. While there was no overlap in filming for Percy Jackson to Deadpool, the writer's strike happened shortly after D3 production started. But Walker did say in an interview with comicbookmovie.com that he learned a lot from Ryan while filming The Adam Project that he applied to his time as Percy. He always said he hoped that there would be a reunion someday. We got one at the premiere, now we just have to wait on the big screen. Jennifer Gardner's Elektra certainly was a surprise. When I heard the rumors she would be in this, I never thought it would be true, but I am happy to be proven wrong. However, some fans wonder if her involvement led to another actor turning down a potential cameo. Gardner's Elektra comes from 2003's Daredevil, in which Ben Affleck starred as the title superhero. Gardner and Affleck met in 2000 while working on another film, but reports suggest that the pair didn't truly connect until working together on Daredevil, officially starting to date in 2004. The pair were married over a decade and are apparently on good terms now. However, many fans are wondering if Gardner signing on to reprise the role where her and Affleck made a connection was too much for the actor, leading to him declining his own offer. If he got one, of course. I mean, Henry Cavill made the jump from DC to DW cameo. Why not ask Affleck too? But just because Affleck wasn't in the movie physically, he was there in dialogue. Deadpool finds out that Daredevil didn't make it, and he apologizes to Gardner's Elektra, who responds with a very nonchalant, "It's fine." Lots of context behind those few words, but it was a funny joke. James Marsden was notably absent from the film after he was heavily rumored to be making a cameo, and it was his own fault the rumors picked up steam. A few months ago, Marsden was asked if he was going to be in the movie, and he gave the most suspicious answer possible. He said, "We just wrapped Sonic 3, actually. We were near the Deadpool stages up there in Pinewood, actually. Yeah, this is a little bit of a Pandora's box." Literally, how else were we supposed to take an answer like that? Bringing up the fact that he was so close to the Deadpool and Wolverine set, calling this a Pandora's box, he could have just said no. It makes me wonder if he did film a cameo that wasn't used due to recent controversy. For anyone who doesn't know, Marsden was one of the many who wrote letters of support for Brian Peck, the bad man from the Nickelodeon documentary Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV. That's a pretty big stain on his name, and it would be understandable if it led to the actor being cut from the movie. He was still mentioned in passing by Wolverine when he talked about the significance of his suit. This movie gave us the iconic pairing that is Deadpool and Wolverine, but in the comics, Deadpool's BFF, it's one-sided, is Spider-Man. Now, they couldn't possibly put Spider-Man in this movie due to the boring rights issues since Sony owns the character, which meant that if Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, or Tobey Maguire were offered a part, they would have to turn the role down. However, no one said anything about family being off the table. Turns out Tom Holland's younger brother, Harry Holland, was one of Deadpool's stunt doubles. The film's stunt coordinator, George Cottle, revealed on his Instagram that since Ryan had so many surprises in store, the crew wanted to give him one by hiring Spider-Man's younger brother. Harry does have experience performing stunts. He was in No Way Home as a thief that Spider-Man catches. That shoot involved him hanging upside down for extended periods of time. Unfortunately, the final scene was cut from the film, but it got him ready for the antics he got up to in the Deadpool suit. The news that Harry was in the film came from Cuddle's Instagram story, which Ryan reposted with the text, "This is how I find out." They did get him good, but what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Bye!